Welcome to La Liga.
Welcome to La Liga Lounge. This week's episode brought to you by Kevin LaHaye's new lotion, Chad Knopf. Street tested and left hand approved. Guaranteed grease your elbow needs.
Welcome back, boys, to another episode of the La Liga Lounge. A lot of news in the cycle this week, man. I mean, big stuff. Super Bowl coming up. Stafford, huge trade. I mean, blockbuster deal, Houston here. What'd you think about the trade? Did you like it, love it, hate it?
Even during the season, even the seasons the Lions made the playoffs, most we've been on ESPN and the news networks was for this trade. So two approaches. I like it for the Lions, love it for Stafford. Happy for Stafford. He's got weapons, Kupp, Woods, Akers, this I think second-year running back who's crushing it. Top 5 defense, a really good innovative coach who's going to make Stafford actually use his arm, throw down the field. So really happy for him. He's living in LA. Good for him and his attractive wife. Lions, I mean, to be honest, I love Stafford. I'm happy for him. I see him as like really comparable to Goff, except Goff's younger. Probably, I guess, more expensive with his contract, but they're both young. They're both not super mobile, but can move. Goff, I would even say a little more accurate. Stafford, a stronger arm. I found him interchangeable, which is why the Lions getting 2 first rounds and a third round advantage Lions. So I don't think that Goff's the answer, but they got a ton of pieces there. And so it'll be interesting to see what the Lions do with it. What's your take on it, Dan?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you spot on, man. I mean, good trade all around, I think. Stafford gets to go to a contender, number 1 defensive team with some offensive weapons there and a good coaching staff and just a solid team, which he's never had before in his life, really. That's good for him, and it's good for the Lions because you get your replacements for Stafford, you get 2 first-round picks, and you get an additional third-round pick this year. When that was just a dream situation in my mind. I thought we could get like a first-round pick and like a third maybe, and then we had to use that first-round pick to trade up in the draft to get our replacement for Stafford or some shit. So,
the Rams place the Lions in the playoffs. Who do you root for? You still rooting for the Lions?
I'm sorry, did you say the Rams play the Lions?
In the playoffs, you still rooting for the Lions?
100%.
I think so too.
Yeah. So here's let's talk Jared Goff or actually I'm sorry, let's talk a little bit more Matthew Stafford. In the future, next year, Matthew Stafford's on the Rams.
Yeah.
Are you going to root for his success or are you going to root for his demise because we'll get a better draft pick in the next year's draft if he doesn't do that well?
So is that the case? If he does really well, we get a better draft pick?
No, we get a worse. If they win the Super Bowl, we get pick number 32.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I think that would be worth it. Stafford, 12 years in Detroit. He played through some tough games, tough years, bad coaches. I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of his Lions drafting him 12 years ago, to be honest. But I like him and the family for Detroit. So, yeah, I would root for him. That'd be worth early first round versus a late first round. What about you?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Houston. I mean, yeah, it's hard to root against the guy. If he goes down and the Rams are shit out of luck, so they don't got a quarterback anymore, then maybe that'd be great. But, I'm not going to root for his demise, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Moving on to Goff, though, Houston. Jared Goff here, new quarterback of the Detroit Lions, has had some success in the past. Went to a Super Bowl, really led a great aerial attack there. And actually, it was probably St. Louis at the time. What are your thoughts on the guy?
Dude, like I said, I think he's pretty interchangeable with Stafford. I think he is younger, though, has not had as much injuries as Stafford. I think he can throw some dimes. I'll be rooting for him. You got the whole new coaching staff, and they brought coaches from everywhere. I think it'll come down to coaches, but it would be kind of cool to see Jared Goff succeed a lot. And it'll be really interesting to see if Stafford, lands on his ass or he does really well. I think we're going to see who's a better quarterback this year.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, I remember like watching Stafford for the Rams, thinking like he sucked and he was such a bitch because he just like was kind of soft. Honestly, he's kind of gave me that impression. But obviously, since the trades happened, I've been researching and looking into stuff, and I've been like, I don't know if it's just a little homer in me or whatever, but I'm kind of like talking myself into it and liking it a little bit more and more and his potential.
I am since the beginning of this too, actually, Dan.
Yeah.
Like at first I was kind of hating on him, but now I'm like, maybe he could fucking prove them wrong and be like,
Yeah.
fuck you and your first rounders.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah.
Let's transition here, Houston. Super Bowl 55 coming up
Yes, sir.
this next weekend. Big game between, two major quarterbacks here. What's your thoughts on the Brady Mahomes matchup?
Wow. I mean, old school versus new school, mobile versus, back in the pocket. Dude's 43, man. Like, my dad wasn't 43, like, what, 7, 8, 9 years ago, whatever, however old he is. Like, that's fucking nuts. I mean, shit, we're 22. No one can do the shit he does. But, I mean, I think they're both going to play great. I think there'll be one pick in this entire game. And, I mean, I don't know. Dan, what do you think each team has to do to win? Because I don't even think it comes down to the quarterbacks. As great as they both are, I think Tom Brady's going to throw for, 45, 50 attempts. Mahomes isn't going to throw for as much, but he's going to scramble and get sick down the field plays. To me, I think it comes down to the Bucs defense. I think they need a touchdown. But if you see them score a touchdown at any point in the game, remember Houston said the Bucs will win if the defense scores a touchdown.
Bold prediction.
Yeah, right.
No, I think Houston. I'm in agreement with you, man. I'll take it a little bit more detailed, though. I'll say it's the biggest matchup of this game is the Bucs defensive line versus Kansas City offensive line. I know Kansas City had a recent injury there. I think they lost a left tackle or one of their tackles. I'm not exactly sure, but anyways,
I believe it's both.
Yeah. Oh, okay, both. Even worse. So in Tampa Bay has a great D line. I mean, that's the reason why Aaron Rodgers wasn't Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game, NFC Championship game. So I think if Tampa Bay can get to Pat Mahomes and get to him quick before he wants to throw the ball, that could be a big game changer for Tampa Bay. So I think that is the matchup to watch for sure.
And you see him Mahomes these last two games run around on that bum ankle, or not bum ankle, but he seems to be trotting a bit on it. So defense comes after him, hurts that ankle. He's got to sit back, play like Tom. That'll be interesting.
Definitely. But Houston, we had an interesting topic thrown around in the pre-meeting here. Who do you think between Tampa Bay and Kansas City has the better offensive weapons?
Dude, I would say they're probably the top two loaded teams outside of quarterbacks, in the league, arguably, right? So let's break it down. You got Tyreek, Kelsey, Hardman, who he's second fastest in the league after Tyreek. If you want to count Mahomes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, whatever. I don't know if you call him. Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Maybe he's clutching the Super Bowl. We'll see. And then, that's five guys that are
Sammy Watkins,
stars.
I think.
Yeah. Sammy Watkins coming back. You're right.
Yeah.
He was injured. He's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Tampa, that's six then. And then Tampa Bay, you got Fournette, Ronald Jones, Mike Evans, Godwin, Gronk. I don't know if you count Brate. He's okay. He's been playing pretty well the last couple of games, getting a lot of targets.
Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones.
Yeah.
Did you say Antonio Brown?
I did not say Antonio Brown. Yeah. And he was injured he missed the Green Bay game, but he's coming back for that. I think Tampa Bay has more. That's my takeaway.
I'm in agreement with you. So I think Tampa Bay has a higher skill sets there. I think maybe Pat Mahomes is a little better about getting the best out of his guys than Tom Brady, which is kind of weird to say because Tom Brady's historically known for that. But I gotta give the edge to Tampa Bay. It's pretty hard not to.
Yeah. Maybe a little higher peak with those Kansas City guys, but way more balanced across the board. And Kansas City defense, a little underrated, but not the best. They got Tyrann Mathieu, right? The Badger, who's the Honey Badger, who'll go around and get people, but they can't cover 4 superstars out there.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah.
All right, Houston, well, let's get into your favorite section of the show here. Huey's throwing dough. We're bringing on our show consultant here, Mr. Nicholas Forbes, to
Hey, what's up?
to run the segment. What's up, man?
How's it going? Okay, so Kansas City is favored -3 points, Tampa Bay +3. For against the spread, Mahomes is 21-13 as a single-digit favorite. Brady is 41-17-1 against the spread in his career as the underdog, and 36-23 straight up winning as an underdog. Both of those are the best records in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
So we are
pretty
going
unreal.
the best too. That's nuts.
No, both of those records belong to Brady.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, Mahomes.
So are you
He's a
taking
blame
Kansas City -3 or Tampa Bay +3?
Houston, I'll let you go.
I bet against Tom 2 weeks ago. Not today. Not this week. Tom Brady will cover. Not saying he's gonna win, but I'm taking Tom Brady with +3. I'll pick my winner in a bit here.
I'll take the
What about
Kansas
you,
City
Dan?
Chiefs -3. I'll take the Chiefs.
All right, here we go. Over under 56.5. Since 2015, the under is 22-9 in Brady starts with totals in the 50s. So every time, 22-9 and Brady starting the game, it's gonna go under. And this game's at 56.5. What are you going?
Well, Dan, I'm gonna go with the overs. About 1/3 of the time, give or take, that it's hitting the overs. I'm taking the overs. No two offenses like this have played each other. Usually Tom Brady, when they're 18-0, it's the Giants. Giants were a defensive team last year. 49ers were a defensive team. I'm taking the overs. I think this goes 60+.
I'm going to disagree with you again, Houston. I'll take the under. I think the defenses have maybe a little bit more effect than people are giving them credit for. All the talk about the offense, I think the defenses are going to make some plays out there. So I'm going to take the under, but just barely.
I hope we're writing this down so we can gain some reputation. What do we got next, Forbes?
All right, just a straight up pick. And the fact I've got for that is the team wearing the white jerseys have won 13 of the last 16 Super Bowls. So, and Tampa Bay's in the white jerseys, but there's only been those three teams that have done it have been the Packers and the Eagles. And can you name the last one?
Patriots.
Chiefs last year.
So what's the question then?
Who do you think is going to win straight up?
Well, what color, what jerseys are they wearing?
Tampa Bay's in white, Kansas City's in red.
Tampa Bay's in white. All right, I guess this is our picks then. All right. Got to go with the white team then. Tampa Bay. Sorry, Mahomes. Grandpa's still in town.
In my hands kind of forced. I got to take Kansas City since I took them with the line in there. So I'll take KC.
All right.
Hedged a bit, right, with the Kansas City pick. But what we got next, Forbes? How many more?
We got 3 player props and 3 of them that I kind of like. I got one, Travis Kelce, over under 98.5 yards.
Under.
All right.
Going over.
Last
couple games have been 100+ yards.
Gronk, anytime TD. Yes, is 225, plus 225.
That's low plus. I'm going to take no.
I'll take no as well.
No.
And then a Mahomes rushing TD.
Ooh.
No minus 400. Yes, plus 300.
Give me a yes.
He's yes, yeah. I'm going to go no. That bum ankle, man, he's not going to be running.
All right. I got a coin toss. Tails won last year, and it's been 5 one way and 5 the other way in the last 10 games. And the teams who have won the coin toss are 3-7 in the last 10 games.
Oh.
So it's been about 50-50.
Yeah.
that's what you're saying.
It's crazy. Shit.
Give me tails. That never fails.
Tails never fails. I like head. I like head a lot, so I'm going to go with head.
Nice. Good choice. All right, boys. Well, we got to wrap up the show here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
God bless the overs.